It seems like every season, Week 1 leaves us wanting more. Sloppy play. Unexpected teams make early statements needing validation or debunking. And our shared love of football in an instant coffee society simply makes the duration from Week 1 to Week 2 feel excruciatingly long. Well, the wait is almost over, and our Friday six-pack will help you pass the time by focusing on 6 clubs whose encores we're most eager to see. 1. Chiefs. Fresh off his groundbreaking debut, Kareem Hunt RB5 faces an Eagles D that held Washington to less than 4.0 yards per carry and surrendered a long run of 10 yards by QB Kirk Cousins. Hunt is likely to test speedy pound Jordan Hicks in the receiving game and Benny Curry and Brandon Graham, among others, attempting to gain the edges after having a ton of success bouncing runs in Week 1. Tyreek Hill WR10 torched one of the NFL's better corner duos in the Patriots' Stephon Gilmore and Malcolm Butler with his first 100-yard receiving day 71,331, including a 75-yard scoring bomb. Philadelphia doesn't have corners who can run with Hill, not many do, especially with Ronald Darby out. And almost as encouraging as Hill catching nearly everything thrown his direction is seeing Reed line him up everywhere on the field. As good as Jim Schwartz's front seven is, his undermanned CB core might have a hard time finding Hill, never mind keeping up with him. Who knew bringing out this version of Alex Smith required only trading a future first-rounder to move up and draft a rocket-launching rookie passer in Patrick Mahomes to push the starter we're kidding, we think. But if Smith drills the deep ball again with regularity and accuracy, perhaps we'll have to think about finding a different photo to pair with Game Manager in the dictionary. Smith's willingness to attack downfield in Week 1 was nothing if not stunning. If you compare that again with rediscovering his pre-concussion, 2015 rushing ability, Smith might start to gain weekly fantasy relevance. Point 2. Saints. The back that went off the board in round 3 in front of Hunt, Alvin Kamara, debuted by surprisingly leading New Orleans in snaps 31 and tied Mark Ingram's 11 touches. Kamara didn't much with them 38 scrimmage yards, but HES the speed threat and mismatch receiving weapon whom Sean Payton may try and unleash similarly to Hunt a week ago. That, of course, depends on Payton not bowing to Adrian Peterson and finding better ways to line up the smallish Kamara than as his goal line back. The rapid rise of Michael Thomas WR11 helped make Brandon Cooks expendable this offseason. Thomas proving he can produce against not one but two elite covermen Sunday would help validate the Saints' decision. Thomas notched 545 receiving last week, his 4th quietest game in the NFL. It'll be even tougher sledding against Gilmore, Butler and a team that, last week notwithstanding, typically takes away the opposition's best playmaker. Because of the issues New England had with deep speed Thursday, it'll be interesting to see whether Ted Ginn 453 in Week 1 can take advantage. Point 3. Rams. It'd be hard to ask for more from Jared Goff and the new Rams coaching staff than they delivered in Week 1's biggest thumping, 469 over the Colts. But it's worth mentioning they did it largely without the Rams' best skill studs, Todd Gurley WR10 and Sammy Watkins WR40, doing much damage. Watkins caught all 5 of his targets but for only 58 yards, and could be Josh Normanized. It'll be a big test for the Rams' number 1, and potentially a nice opportunity for number 1 rookie wideout Cooper Kupp to keep doing damage in the slot, where Nelson Agholor had the best game of his career a week ago versus Washington. Jared Goff completed 7 explosive passes in Week 1, more than halfway to the 13 completions of 20 or more yards he had on 205 attempts as a rookie. Wow! Also impressive was Goff's rebuilt O-line, which gets a bigger challenge this week. It'll be interesting to see how Goff handles his first real taste of NFL success. Perhaps the light that's seemingly been dimmed since the second month of Gurley's rookie season finally flashes on versus Fantasy's 5th forced run D last season. But the Colts were the 6th worst and Gurley mustered just 96 scrimmage yards on 25 touches. Point 4. Titans. They looked last week like they may have enjoyed the off-season bouquet tosses their way a bit too much. DeMarco Murray RB12 struggled with just 1244 rushing. Marcus Mariota QB8 WASNT quite right, though his scrambling was encouraging coming off injury. But perhaps the weirdest sight from the Titans was their red zone offense, number 1 in the NFL last season, punching it in just once in 3 chances. That's where newcomers Eric Decker and Corey Davis WR31, and possibly RB Derrick Henry on the ground, should make their money. Against a Jacksonville secondary potentially without top CB Jalen Ramsey, the new wideouts who parlayed a combined 18 targets into just 9 grabs again will be busy, but will they take care of business? 5. Falcons offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian couldn't get the run game ignited in his NFL play-calling debut, nor his dual backs fully immersed in the passing game. Remember, Devonta Freeman RB7 and Tevin Coleman RB30 were in many ways Kyle Shanahan's secret weapons in one of the NFL's most prolific offenses ever. Sark may not have much success this week, either, unless new RG Wes Schweitzer markedly improves after getting abused by Chicago DT Akiem Hicks. The problem: Schweitzer's Sunday night foe, Packers' Mike Daniels, may have been the best player at Lambeau Field last week. For all of the skill talent carryover from last year's NFC champion club, the change at coordinator and right guard were more noticeable than Atlanta would like. 6. Chargers. Keenan Allen looked healthy versus the Broncos, a huge factor in the Chargers' 2017 outlook, even with weapons everywhere. That Terrell Williams remained busy. 7 targets, 554 receiving with Allen in the fold is encouraging, unlike Hunter Henry's TE15 invisible debut. 0 targets on 23 snaps compared to Antonio Gates' 2 and 39, respectively. Can all three be heavily involved in this attack, one that could add top pick Mike Williams in the next month? Miami's secondary and pass rush won't present the same challenges as Denver for Philip Rivers QB12, who connected for scores with 3 different pass catchers. Whether this deep passing offense can be as good in fantasy as it may be in reality remains to be seen. Visit ProFootballWeekly.com. View latest edition.